Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to teach you how to script, write hooks, and the exact marketing blueprint I use to create high converting ads that have generated me over $5 million in sales over my dropshipping career. And the best part about this blueprint is that anyone can do it, and it takes less than 1 hour to do to make high converting ads for any product that you test. Now, after running my own brands and my ad agency that makes ad creatives for 7- and 8-figure brands, I realized that the two most important things that you have to nail down to have a winning ad is the hook and the concept that you choose. Because you can have everything else right. The body, the call to action is absolutely perfect. The editing is great. But if people aren't interested in your hook, they don't have that curiosity in their head, they're not really engaged, then they're not going to watch the rest of your video, and all of your effort is for naught. So that's why I put the majority of my emphasis on nailing those two things down. Now, you may be wondering, what is a concept? And that's basically just a marketing angle. It's a way that you present the selling points and the problems that your product solves with your product. So some examples of concepts would be problem solution, or how to get a certain result and then a step-by-step following that, or 3 reasons why and then 3 reasons why you love your product. It's just the way that you present the selling points and the problem of your product. It's a way of scripting your ad in a different format. So there's tons of different concepts, hundreds of them out there, but essentially you're just going to be saying similar messaging and seeing what way of presenting the benefits of your product resonates with your target audience the most. And that's why you want to test different concepts, because it could be a how-to style that works the best, or it could be a problem solution. So when I test products, I like to have 4 concepts that I try. I find that's the happy medium for me, where if I do more than 4, sure. But I find when you do more than 4, there's a trade-off between efficiency and quality. And I want to be able to test a product within the same day. So for me, 4 solid concepts that are thought out of, with having 3 to 4 hooks on each concept, is the way to go. So for instance, if I choose a how-to ad style, then I will have how-to said in 4 different ways on that hook, because it's the most important thing to split test to get people's attention. Now, just to show you how powerful it is when you marry the right concept with the right hook, with this pheromone perfume brand that I worked with last year, we tried a few different concepts to see what would resonate with our audience the most. So we tried an unboxing angle, we tried a boyfriend reaction angle, we tried a TikTok comment overlay, and we tried so many different things. And the concept that ended up working the best was this one right here, where we put the potion on a single girl. She went out, and then immediately we saw the results of boys hitting on her. So we knew this concept was a winner, and we were able to scale it to, yes, 1 million views. But we tried that concept again, and we said, is there a better hook that we can test with this concept that again would resonate with people and would allow us to scale this brand even further? Because we know the concept, the idea, the way that we set up the stakes gets people interested. So we tried out with a slightly different hook of testing this perfume on my single friend for a night out. So again, we now have the implication that, yeah, she's going to go out. We tried a few different split tests on the body part of making it shorter. And this ad, as you can see, 2 million likes, over 15 million views, and it scaled the brand to over $100,000 a month by having the right concept figured out by testing and then trying out different hooks and different bodies to find the perfect combination that scaled this brand. So to summarize, you're going to have 4 different concepts with 4 hooks, and then you're going to pair those 2 together to have 16 ad combinations. And if you can't find a winner with 16 ad combinations on your product, then you either have a skills issue or the product is not right for you. So let's get into the actual process of doing the market research to actually know with certainty which concepts and hooks would resonate with our audience. So for today's video, we are choosing this example right here, which is this foldable travel carry-on duffel bag. So many different keywords. I know, but it's a really cool product. And basically this video has already gone super viral with the product. So when I first actually test with my 4 concepts, usually what I like to do is 2 of the concepts will be straight up ripped videos where I add 3 different hook variations to it. So I'll have the original video plus 3 hooks, and then that's going to make 4 videos with that concept. And I would say the final note about choosing the right concept is understanding what concept allows you to demonstrate the value of your product and show people why they need it, rather than you telling them. Because a lot of beginner marketers will make the mistake, and this is the same thing as when you're writing a paper for your middle school English teacher. She's always going to say, don't tell me about the character, show me through context, and I will come to my own conclusions. You want to help people come to their own conclusions as to why they need the product. So in this case with this product, we want to show people that they will save money. So how do we do that? Well, we're going to show us packing things into this actual bag and then going onto a flight and showing that it will be labeled as a carry-on. That is the best way of showing that this product is a carry-on that will save you money and still can pack a ton of different clothing. That is the undisputable proof. So what is a concept that allows you to show that indisputable proof in an engaging way? So that could be pack with me for my next flight out to blank, or here's how I save $100 every single time I fly, and then it goes into a video of here's me packing 2 weeks worth of clothes. Now I'm onto the flight. As you can see, it's a carry-on, saved a ton of money, and I also have tons of clothes for my next trip or destination. So you just want to think of what concept illustrates that in the most engaging and educational way, because some concepts won't do that as good as others. So this video right here is already very proven. It's got tons of engagement. And then of course I want to look to the comments to see, is there purchase intent comments? Now I'm gonna have to scroll through a little bit because most of them are reacting to the hook, but I definitely want to gather some information like, okay, what are the common objections? What are people saying? Where do I find this bag? That's a good sign. I like the bag. So there's definitely some proof of concept here that people don't just like this video because it's engaging. They actually like it too because the product is interesting and they want to buy it. So after doing some scouring on TikTok, the two best videos for this product are the two most popular ones. They both have over 1 million views and they have tons of different purchase intent comments. So what I'm actually going to do for this product is, yes, 2 of my concepts will be just ripping these top videos and then adding different hooks. And we'll talk about how to do that later in part 2, where we cover how to edit. But in this video, we'll talk about different scripts for that hook that we can write to have some split tests, because you don't want to just rip this ad and that's all you ever test. You definitely want to add some sauce to it. Now, once we have that established, we have to get into the market research part of this. Now, when it comes to this market research phase, this is truly where you make your money. This is your bread and butter. This is where when you see your competitors selling the exact same product, they have that giant steak on their plate. You go up to them, stare them in the eyes, and you say, "Give me that.
Give me that.
What?
Give me that.
My food?
I'm joking."
And you take that steak right from them, you eat it right in front of them, and they don't even know what hit them. Because the reality is, you can have a winning product, you can have the Ferrari, but if you don't know how to drive that Ferrari properly, you're obviously going to crash and burn. Compared to if you're an F1 driver, when it comes to your marketing skills, you're going to be able to use that car in the most effective way. You're going to look like a badass. So again, you can have a winning product, but you really need to understand the marketing side of things, the target audience research, what they care about, their benefits, the pain points. So quick time out, ref, because I want to thank the sponsor of today's video, which is AutoDS, the all-in-one platform that allows you to source, import, and fulfill all of your dropshipping orders on platforms that you may be using like AliExpress, CJ Dropshipping, and of course on AutoDS itself, as they have a library of millions of different products that you can currently source and add to your store in a few clicks of a button. But currently, my favorite feature outside of the great automatic fulfillment service is their new trending products section, which has actually allowed me to find tons of new products that I'm currently testing on my stores today. Yes, I am not just some influencer that is going to say use this tool and I don't use it. Actually, it is one of the best product research tools that I'm currently using today. And if you go through these specific filters of recent products and then you select it by interaction rate, for me at least, more than 2%, all these products, I mean, some of them aren't going to be the best, but there are a lot of great winning products that easily justify the cost of a subscription. And the reason why these products are so good is because AutoDS is partnered with thousands of other dropshippers, and they use that sales data to build these lists of products that are handpicked for you. So you already know these products are proven. Now, some of them are going to be copyrighted and I wouldn't recommend selling them, but some of them are really, really great products that match all of my criteria that I've explained in previous videos, like my product research ones. So if you want to get access to AutoDS completely for free for your first month to try out all the amazing features, then you can sign up using the link in my description. Let's fully break this down. Now, this is a quick example for a glam lips product. So basically, it's a product that you put on your lips and it makes them look really nice. I believe this was a lip plumping product. So just to show you, this is 14 pages of research that I do before actually writing the description, creating the ads. I do so many different things. This was actually a year ago in terms of writing headlines, writing benefits. You can see the full breakdown. And then I had tons of different customer reviews that I went through. I also gathered lines from different competitors to see how were they saying the different benefits and the headlines that I was seeing, because you want to gather inspiration from a variety of different places so that you are the most informed about what the target audience actually cares about and what are the best ways that have already been tried and true to say those different benefits and use cases, because in reality is you're probably not going to figure that out on your own when you're first testing a product. So this is my 7-step process for doing market research that has helped me create ads that have generated millions in e-commerce sales. So first off, I'm always going to realize that I am not my target audience, and I'm never going to assume who is buying this product or why they're buying the product. After that, I am going to go onto Amazon, I'm going to go to competitors, and I'm going to read the customer reviews, because this is the best way to gauge why are people actually buying these products? Why do they like it? Why don't they like it? And what you want to do through this research is gather what are the common trends and things that you're seeing over and over and over again for the USPs, the features, the real reasons and use cases why people love this product and they're buying it over and over and over again. Now, after you do that and you gather the similarities, you want to go and look at your competitors' websites to see, what's the copywriting that they're using that's resonating the most. Look at their ads too, read comments, read those reviews, get more inspiration, read Reddit to see all the details and all the places where people are spreading opinions on your industry and your products, to know inside and out and get yourself into their shoes as to what makes them buy. And once you know why your customers are buying, then you have to understand what's the best way of presenting that information to them and convincing them that they need this product in their life and it's better than all the other alternatives on the market. And usually the best way to get inspiration is going to be looking at competitor websites, looking at competitor ads, and of course, then understanding through all of that, what is the proper awareness level of your target audience, using, for me at least, the breakthrough advertising model that Eugene Schwartz popularized, of understanding, are they product aware? Are they solution aware? There's 5 different stages of awareness I would recommend looking up. If you're not already familiar with those concepts, then you probably shouldn't even be selling products online, because that is a fundamental marketing book that every single top marketer has ever read. Now, it's a hard book to get a hold of, but you can easily get some spark notes from it. So for me, I went through the top listings of similar products. It doesn't have to be the exact same one, and I gathered about 20 to 30 reviews onto my first opening document here. So I went onto Amazon and I looked up different listings of the product and I read the reviews, and it doesn't have to be the exact same one. Again, if it's in the same industry and it's almost the exact same product, then it's going to have similar benefits and reasons why people bought it. So don't think that you have to just find the exact version. So now I've copied over all of the best reviews. I've noticed some of the trends and similarities. And for me, what is my new superpower for making this process a whole lot more efficient is, again, now that I picked the product, I went onto Amazon, what I'll do is I'll copy the top reviews onto a Word document, and then using ChatGPT, I will ask it certain questions to give me the answers to all of this target audience research, so that I can be way more informed in a much quicker manner. Now, if you want access to this ChatGPT prompt and the ones I'm going to use further on this video to create winning ads for this product and all of my future winning products as well, then you need to be inside my one-on-one Bold Ecom program, where for 6 months, we will coach you one-on-one and give you group coaching to help you scale your dropshipping brand to $1,000 a day in the next 90 days. And this is the perfect environment that will push you, keep you accountable, give you the support of answering all of your questions and giving you the right guidance on what you're doing right and what you're doing wrong with your store that's preventing you from getting to $1,000 a day. And it's a lot simpler than you think once you have the right coaching and one-on-one help on your side. So if you want access to these prompts and a ton of other resources that we use, including those coaching calls and top product research tools that I'm currently using to find these winning products, then I would recommend booking a call down below with my team, and we'll see if they're the right fit to be working with you. And the best part is, if you don't hit $1,000 a day within that time frame, then we'll keep coaching you for free until you do, guaranteed. So no man or woman is left behind. So while you won't have this exact prompt, you can get the idea of what I'm telling ChatGPT by just looking at the answers here. So after putting in all those reviews and a few other ideas into here, ChatGPT told me exactly who are my main target audiences, which makes sense. So frequent travelers, people that are style conscious, because there's a lot of people that fly and they want to make sure their bags they're using are aesthetically pleasing, they look nice. That's why there's been a huge trend in this luxury luggage space, the more modern kind of metal or aluminum design. And I know I'm one of those people that has been looking constantly for good travel carry-on bags. So yeah, that definitely fits. So this is great. All this information here, durability, style, capacity. So I am just getting a great summary on, yes, what are those major USPs? What do people actually care about? The pain points they currently have with other products, and some other key details that are going to be essential for understanding my target audience. Now, right here are two of the most important elements of that target audience research, which is, yes, what are the current objections that customers have with this type of product? And what's that market awareness level? Because that's going to help us choose what concept makes the most sense. Because if people are unaware of the problem in the first place, then we're going to have to make ads that obviously call out that problem and make them aware. But in this case, yes, people are solution aware. They understand they have a problem them. And that the next level of that is that they understand, okay, do they know the different solutions out there? And yes, they do. They are aware of different leather duffel bags. They're aware of the concept of duffel bags. So they're going to need to be convinced at this level as to why this duffel bag is better than all the other duffel bags on the market. So that is what we need to position ourselves with our concepts. Now, of course, we're going to have to mention these other things with our ads. So we handle some objections to get people onto our website. So if size is a concern, cool, then definitely in our ads, we're going to call that out and say, wow, this was a lot larger than I thought it would be. I could fit tons of different outfits in here, which is insane. It actually carries more than my traditional larger duffel bags that I have to check in and actually pay extra for. So that's easily the way we can handle that. Quality doubts, just make sure that, hey, this is great quality leather. It lasts for years. So again, there's a lot of different ways that we can handle that objections, but this is just great information to know because you want to be kind of like a psychic, a mind reader, where you can already read the thoughts of your customers before they have these objections pop into their head. Now, my next prompt after this is to gather some punchy headlines and some benefits that we can use inside of our ads and our copywriting and our product description. So I'm doing 10 punchy headlines right here, and we could definitely use a few of these for the benefits. So pack more, worry less. That could be a great line for a benefit. The last travel bag you'll ever buy. That could be a great hook for an ad. And then for these benefits, we're definitely going to mention a few of these in the ad concepts because every single video ad concept you're going to have is going to have a benefits section. So you just need to figure out what are those benefits and then what are the best ways to communicate those benefits. So we have, durable, high quality leather. So what are we trying to communicate there? That the product lasts a long time. We're handling that objection of quality. So yeah, that could be the best way of saying it in a nice short way, but maybe we expand upon that idea when we're actually writing our scripts, because usually with scripts, it does need to be a little bit longer, but if you're doing more bullet points, like the actual captions of the video, then yes, you would just write the more shortened down version of what you're saying. So now a process that used to take me hours of painstaking work now takes me around 5 to 10 minutes with the right ChatGPT prompts and adding in a variety of good and negative reviews as well, so that ChatGPT can summarize it, give you the key details. But I would never say that ChatGPT is going to give you the exact right information. You still should do your due diligence of studying competitors, studying their ads, reading those reviews yourself to gather the trends and make sure you're on the same page as ChatGPT, because you will also come to your own conclusions when you do the research as well. So don't just rely on this tool, although I know you are, because you're lazy, you're fat, you're unmotivated, you're eating Doritos while watching this video, you got no girlfriend, you got no Riz, you got no money. I'm flaming you today, boy. You better like this video, comment down below if you don't want me to flame you more right in front of all of these baddies. But man, if you're gonna get this value, sometimes you just gotta take a little bit of heat, because yes, you're a dropshipper. I know you. I know my target audience, and this is one of the easiest business models. And you have an inclination to being lazy, and you just watch a few of these videos and you think you're progressing and that you're big brained and you're an alpha male that's smarter than everyone else, when the reality is you're probably not even gonna apply this information anyways, so it's gonna be useless, and you should probably just click onto a Cocomelon video if you just want to be entertained anyways. But for the real hustlers, for the real people that want to develop their skills, let's keep continuing. So in terms of concepts, here's a few examples of concepts you can use for every single problem solving product. Now, again, if you're selling clothing, you may be wondering, Ethan, are these principles obviously something that I can move over to those types of products? I would say no. With clothing, when it comes to TikTok or Facebook, you really don't need to focus on all this higher level marketing ideas. It's really just about doing product demo ads at the end of the day with clothing. It's just show it in a visually cool way, have different concepts of hooks. Really, you don't have to do too much and really think outside the box with clothing, because the designs sell themselves. Same thing with home decor and most non-problem solving products. So getting back to our problem solving products, so some great frameworks would be, first off, problem solution. This is the framework that 90% of great ads follow. Yes, calling out the problem in the hook, and then if you want after that hook calling out the problem, then you can mention a version of that problem that stems from having the original problem. So if you're someone that, yeah, I've had trouble sleeping at night for years, so what happens when you have that problem? Well, that means my productivity went down, I felt unmotivated, I was less of myself. So you can get into what stems from that problem, like twist the knife a little, or you can just identify the problem and then transition into your product. So I had trouble sleeping at night for years until I tried out this new magic sleep pill, or until I tried this weird hack out. So there's a few things you can do to just transition right into the product, get as fast as possible to the solution, and then mention a few benefits or demo the product and how it works, call to action, and you're good to go. That is by far the most profitable framework. I know it's simple, I know it's basic, but this is like the vanilla ice cream that just never lets you down. Now, a few other frameworks would be, yes, the before and after, the social proof angle. Now, I have a full breakdown right here that you can read for all 5 of these different angles. Now, I personally have about 30 plus different angles that I will go in between and test. So if you want full access to that, hey, we got a one-on-one program for a reason. If you want that elite sauce, then you're gonna have to pay for it. I can't just reveal all the sauce for you. What do you think? I'm P. Diddy? I'm just throwing it out to all you guys. But these top 5, if you use these and execute these the right way, can easily help you scale to 3, 5, 10 grand days. In fact, problem solution is really all you need. So follow this framework to a T and you're gonna have some great angles right there. So for this leather duffel bag, after doing the research, I know we're definitely gonna do problem solution, but I wanna choose another concept that's a little outside the box so you can learn different ways you can present the messaging of your product. So on par of just scratching my balls, eating Cheetos, and letting ChatGPT run my entire business, I asked it to review all of my different ad concepts to pick out the ones that it thought would work the best. So for that one, it said, don't use that, use this instead, which is a really good angle that compares, yes, the alternative products versus my current one. So I really like this angle. I think it's a great hook that we can easily use. So we're gonna just narrow down on those 2 concepts and now start actually doing the scripting process and writing our different hooks. Now this is a little secret between you and me because you've watched this far in the video. If you do want to have my top 8 video ad concepts and 25 of my best performing hooks that I'm using right now to scale my brands to over 5 grand a day, and my top students like Matt are currently using to scale his brand to over 4 grand a day, then you can join my Discord for $50 a month where I will drop those exact PDFs, and we have tons of other resources you can use for finding winning products, creating a high converting website, creating high converting ads, of course, but also have the product research tools that I use to find winning products that usually cost over $500 a month. I'm talking PP ads, I'm talking AdSpy, all of the top product research tools. And on top of all that, you also get a weekly call with me where I'm revealing what is currently working for my brands, the top strategies you need to know today to implement so you can be at the top of your game and to also answer your questions. So if you want to progress and maybe a one-on-one program is not for you, then I would definitely recommend joining my $50 a month Discord down below in the link. So now that we're getting to scripting, the most important part of this process is nailing your hook, because the body and call to action part of your ad is really hard to get wrong because there's so many different frameworks that you can easily follow of just doing, 2 to 3 benefits, a social proof clip, and a call to action. It's super simple, super easy. It's very hard to mess up those parts, but the hook, I will constantly see beginners always mess this up because they either have a hook that lacks specificity, so they don't call out their target audience, they don't call out a problem, they don't really call out anything in the hook that's relevant to their product or their target audience. They'll either be way too broad, like, oh, I can't believe this, or oh, this product is a game changer, but those both lack specificity. They don't really call out the target audience, although they might seem in theory like good hooks. Now, the other way that I see people kind of mess this up is, they don't open a curiosity loop, meaning that in the hook, they do not specify a benefit, a promise, or a payoff from watching the video that is interesting. And you have to do that in your hook. You have to convince people that spending the next 10, 15 seconds, however long your ad is, will be beneficial to them. They will get this specific payoff from watching the video, which is either how to get a 6-pack or testing this pheromone perfume to see the reaction, to see if I can actually get guys. You don't get the answer. So you're not supposed to reveal the answer to your video. But a lot of people in that hook will just directly say, hey, this product can do X, Y, and Z for you. They just get right into it. And for me personally, I haven't seen that work great. I think you have to hook people in with a certain concept, with an idea that makes them question why or how or what's going to happen next, or what is the solution? What is the best way of getting that desired result or solving the problem that's been nagging me for a while now? So you have to future pace. In a lot of cases, I just think of my ads like YouTube videos where I have a hook where I establish the premise of this video and what the payoff was. And that's why you're still watching this video and going through all of my cringe jokes, so you get the actual value that I promised in the beginning of learning my exact process for scripting, writing hooks, and of course, that big payoff of creating winning ads for every single product that you test. It's the same thing for when you are creating ads for any product that you sell, but you can only come up with a great hook by first understanding, what do they actually care about? Because you can mention something they don't care about, and of course, they're not going to watch. So you have to do that market research, which we just done, to understand what are those key points, what are these use cases, what is the big promise that people really want to get out of that product, or what is that big problem that is nagging them, that's eating them alive, that they want to solve as soon as possible with the easiest, fastest solution. So for me, the best way to come up with those winning hooks is to build up a document of hooks that have worked on you. When you go and you go to PP ads or TikTok and you're just scrolling, what hooks captivated you to stop your scroll and actually watch that video? So for me, I have a whole document of over 100+ different hooks that have personally worked on me that apply to our e-commerce industry, that when broken down can work for every single product that you test. So of course, this document only available for the one-on-one students. So again, if you're really interested, book a call down below with my team. And if you really just wanted the exact blueprint and you have all the information you're going to ever need to scale to $1 grand a day, I'll join that. But of course, in this video, I'm going to share with you quite a lot that you can use right now. So let's go through 10, and I'm going to my editor blur, half of them out. But so first one, here's something I wish I knew sooner. Now this could be, here's something I wish I knew sooner, travel edition, fitness edition, or here's something I wish I knew sooner before I turned a certain age or before my last flight. So there's ways you can make it specified to your specific audience and niche. Next one, before you scroll, this is a great hook. So before you scroll away, if you want to know the fastest way to do blank, or if you want to solve blank, do this. That is a great way to have a kind of a prefix or just an opening to the other hooks that you would try out. So before you scroll, this is one thing that everyone with this problem needs to have in their life. Now the next one, for my male audience, for my females, for my gals out there, you need to see this product. Or for my gals out there, if you have this problem, then you need to watch right now. So you can take a screenshot of all these. They have all worked for me personally. Like, why is nobody talking about this travel duffel bag? And so again, you can be a little specific. Or why is nobody talking about this travel hack? Or why is nobody talking about this way to save $100 every time you fly? Because that's going to pique my curiosity. If I'm someone who flies all the time, yeah, I want to know how I can save some money. Everyone wants to know how to do that. So after studying some of the winning ads from my competitors on Facebook, using the Facebook ad library, as you can see right here, there's tons of different videos for this product. And also again, analyzing the top performing video on TikTok for my product to understand what benefits resonate with people the most, I figured out that the best way to do this script of problem solution is focusing in on that angle of saving money every time you fly. So here are the hooks I went with specifically of hate checking bags every time you fly, because again, that's saving you money. Stop scrolling if you hate overpaying for luggage. So I'm just fully going in on that angle of saving money. So all of these have a slightly different feel to them, and they will perform differently if you test all of these out. So I'm going to do that with that. And then the body part of this will all be the same afterwards. So the only difference among the 4 variations are going to be the hook itself, which is the most important thing to split test, along with the visual. And that's something we'll get into the actual editing video, because yes, I would say the visual actually plays a bigger percentage of your hook performing well over the text itself, because it has to be captivating and engaging, and we'll cover that later on. Leave a like if you want to see that video. But as you can see with the script down below, this is almost verbatim from the top TikTok performing ad, which was big airlines are trying to ban this gorgeous travel bag because of how much money it's saving people like you and me. And the reason why it saves money is because, oh, I can easily pack 2 weeks worth of outfits and it still is considered a carry-on. Now I could shorten this up. I mean, I could see the as you can see part. I just wanted to kind of sound like a human, but I can easily pack 2 weeks worth of outfits, blah, 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 blah. I can even get rid of all my accessories. I can easily pack 2 weeks worth of outfits into this bag while still being considered a carry-on. So you can shorten up, you can make it longer. It's up to you. It's also made from high quality leather. So again, handling that earlier objection that we talked about of quality being a concern, which means it will look great and last 4 years. Now I can end it there, or also add this other little tagline of instead of your crappy old carry-on. So from there, I could add a social proof line. I could do, this is loved by thousands of people, or this has over 1,000 5-star reviews already. So you can get this today for under $100. It's up to you what you want to do, but really the body part is hard to mess up. You're just supposed to mention a few benefits, maybe throw in a social proof line. And then of course, with your call to action, have some urgency or a offer going on. So hopefully this makes sense, because writing benefits shouldn't be that difficult if you've done the research and read reviews. Because for me, I almost never come up with new copy on my own. It's just copying and pasting from different reviews and then just writing it in a more concise way for my target audience to understand it. But all of these ideas came from watching the videos and doing the target audience research. I would have never done this 2 weeks worth of outfits idea unless I saw it in one of the ad review videos. The high quality leather, I would have never came up with this idea if honestly, I didn't see that the quality wasn't concerned. If people didn't mention that quality was one of the reasons they bought, then I would never mention this benefit. I would have stuck to something else that is more pertinent, like, yeah, the style being important. And then for my second script of don't use that, use this instead, I need to have specific hooks that obviously I'm going to mention some alternative solutions. So after going through my hooks document, I found 4 that I think would work perfect. So stop bringing your giant luggage bags every time you fly. Why I stopped using huge luggage bags. So that's going to be the main alternative. These huge luggage bags, the huge carry-ons that are bigger than your entire body that you don't want to be carrying, wheeling around, and also cost a shit ton to obviously have on the flight. So you're going to save money. You're not going to roll this around anymore because this will pack the same amount. Obviously, you probably won't do that, but it still gets that idea across that it's going to save you a ton of money and headaches. So after the hooks, you can see this is the full breakdown of what we need to do after the hook of stop using other product. So we need to then do a product intro, 2 to 3 benefits, and then we could do an optional call to action. So for me, here are 2 to 3 benefits, the 2 weeks worth of outfits. So we're saying the same thing essentially as the other script, but again, because it's a different concept, you are presenting the information in a slightly different way, which means it is a proper split test. You are going to get significantly different results. This is why you may think it's irrelevant to try different concepts, but you're going to notice a huge difference in performance. This is why I always test with 3 to 4 different concepts. So after that, again, we're hammering in on that idea of saving money. So I've saved over $200, a very tangible, and this is also a really smart way of price anchoring because I'm communicating the value. You're going to save over $200. So if this product is under $200, you immediately know, okay, I'm getting my money's worth just from having it. But there's also a ton of other perks of it because yes, I got tons of compliments. So you're going to get social proof. You're going to get social validation. You're going to get that attention that you never gotten from your father so that you have to buy this product to finally justify your existence on this planet and get just one compliment in your life. Because as a guy, whoever gets complimented as a dude, I didn't get the first compliment from a woman until I was 18 years old. And you see, the girl didn't even like me that much. It was a prank. It was a dare from her friend. And it's so lonely out here. All I ever do is just go to the gym, cry, and make dropshipping videos. I mean, what am I doing with my life? Genuinely, for my guys out there, when is the last time you got a compliment from a female? Exactly. Keep grinding. So finally, for our call to action, they're even on sale right now. So get yours before they sell out. So our scripts are ready to go. We have banged them out. So really from this, you can easily go ahead. So from here on out, all we have to do is now find out what hooks should we try as variations on those proven videos that we are going to be ripping. So for these, the main thing that I like to do is understand what was the idea they were trying to get across? What was that main unique selling point? So after watching both of these videos, really what they harped on the most was that you save money and that, yeah, big airlines don't want you to know about this secret. So it's a secret to saving money when you fly. That is the big idea. So what hooks can kind of get that idea across? Well, I tried out a few. Maybe you like them, maybe you don't. So for the first hook, I did how to save $100 every time you fly. So we get that idea across that in this video, you were going to learn how to save some money because that's a big idea. I can't gatekeep this travel bag anymore. Now we could change this to travel secret, or I actually think that would make a little more sense. I can't gatekeep this travel secret anymore. Tired of hauling your oversized luggage. Now, does that necessarily relate to the saving money? Not as much. So we could do tired of carrying around your overpriced luggage or checking in and paying exorbitant fees for your giant oversized luggage. So we could do more of that. I would definitely work around. And then the final way of wording this is how I save $300 a month on my flights. So just different ways of saying it. And then for the other one, which was also the same thing of saving money, but I also noticed the theme of you can pack tons of different things. That was a clear, huge concept. I did watch till the end to see how much I can fit into this travel bag. That creates curiosity. It asks a question in your mind. You're thinking, yeah, how much can you pack? Or here's the best way to save money every time you fly. You're giving people enough of a bone. You're just dangling that carrot in front of their face so that they keep chasing it. Because if you just give them the answer of this travel bag will help you save money every time you fly, maybe that will create a little curiosity because people will say, yeah, how does it do it? But in general, you're kind of spoiling the surprise. So again, you don't want to give them the answer immediately. So other ones, why is nobody talking about how much you can pack in this bag? Blah, 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 blah. So hopefully now you get the idea. I'm really just going to use only 3 of these hooks. And then that will be my variations of the original plus the original video. And that way you're going to have 4 videos from this concept, 4 videos here, 4 videos with the other, and you're gonna have a total of 16 different videos that you can try and test. Now, obviously, we gotta go ahead and actually do the editing part in CapCut and make these come to life, which is going to be in part 2. So comment down below part 2, and we'll get that done as soon as possible. And I would say the final sauce I can give to you guys is if you are on ChatGPT 4, which I believe is $20 a month, there is a different GPT tool called AI UGC scripts. And this is where you can actually plug in different frameworks. So you could plug in that problem solution framework and then give it some ideas of the target audience research you've done so it can come up with scripts on its own, and it generally does a pretty good job. I'll just show you a quick example of one it currently did for me. So it did a few of these benefits and gave me some good inspiration so that, yeah, other bags are very bulky and they wear out. So if you're looking for some more inspiration, some more copy that you can model, I would definitely recommend using this tool. And then the final cool thing you can do with this tool is once you have your script written out, you can ask it to come up with what visuals should you actually use. So that way you have some guidance when you are actually in the editing editing part of making these ideas come to life. So for instance, stop bringing your giant luggage bag every time you fly. A frustrated traveler, yeah, that is just hauling this huge thing that doesn't fit. So I could easily see if I go into TikTok and just do like viral video of someone just carrying a giant travel bag that's just so large, it's comical. That could definitely get people's attention. Or someone trying to get onto a flight with a huge bag and security is stopping them. They're not letting them on the flight and they're freaking out about that. So there's definitely a few ideas, but it can just get that ball rolling for you, because sometimes it can be a little more difficult.